Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we return to our House Darklyn playthrough. Now thank you so much for all the recommendations of custom houses to fill these non-canon houses in and around the Dusklands. I had so many awesome recommendations, that many actually that unfortunately I can't use them all, but just because they wasn't used first time doesn't mean that they can't be used in the future of the series as we expand. So remember to resuggest them so that I don't forget them if yours hasn't been used in this episode. And as we expand into lands with non-canon houses, we can use more of them, as well as there was one or two Valyrian ones, but unfortunately none of the lords around here have Valyrian features, so I thought those people would rather wait until we do actually get someone with Valyrian features before we use a Valyrian house. But yes, the ones that were my favourite that I've landed we'll go through now at the beginning of the episode. So in Rook's Rest we have House Darkwing, which is a black eagle or bird of prey. They're like the closest thing I can get to that, on a yellow background. Looks really nice. As I've said in episode 1, black and yellow looks so good together on sigils, so I'm really happy with that one. So thank you so much for that recommendation. Over in Hollowed Hill, closest to Duskendale, we have House Brightlyn with the diamonds. Now it was meant to be the same as the Darklyn sigil, but this is the closest thing you can get in the Game of Thrones mod with the diamonds, and it's purple and white. Over here in Brindlewood we have House Seymour, which is a golden tree on a white background. Looks really nice. In the Antlers we have House Orion with a centaur, white centaur on a green background, which looks really nice because I never really see the centaur get used much, and it actually looks really awesome, so I'm really happy with that one. Thank you so much. There was an option of a stag as well, but I thought there was other people who'd suggested stags, and you see stags a fair bit, so I thought no, we'll go with a centaur just because I rarely see it get used. And then in Birch Hall we have House Hornburn with a blue unicorn on yellow, which also looks very nice, and another sigil you don't see very often. And then for some other ones, as I wanted to use more of them because there were so many that I liked, I changed our commanders and our knights into these names, these family names that you put forward, and then hopefully we can give them lands and castles as we move forward. So let's go through them. We have Oliver Defoe, which is a white stag on black, which looks lovely. The white and black goes really well together as well. And as you said that he was from a house of diplomats, I thought I'd make that our Master of Law's house, so it fits with the lore for that house that you made up. Next we have House Bastion, which is a house which has helped in Rook's Rest, so we'd probably give them a castle in Rook's Rest actually to defend against the Clawmen. And as you said, with the link to chess and the Rook, I thought it was quite fitting for him, as he's actually a game master, so he's probably a big fan of chess, so that goes nice. And for that I've gone with a grey tower on black. There's Loma's Cole, who was already in our court, and I liked it. Is that actually the normal Cole sigil? I don't know, but there are no Coles around, so I'm not sure, but it looks awesome, so I just left him as he was. And then we have Oscar Morgan with a black griffin on green, which looks really nice as well. Black just looks good on all these sigils, and I think that's all of them for this episode. I've done all our courtiers that I possibly can, so thank you so much for them recommendations. As I said though, if they wasn't used, it doesn't mean that they're not going to get used, so please suggest them again for the next episode as we expand and get more lands and we can use them. At the end of the last episode, after ending, I arranged a tourney, so we have got a tourney which is about to start very soon, which is good because we need to get that prestige up so that we can try and expand a little bit more. We did take Crackclaw Baron in the last episode, where we have House Cave, so obviously we'll be leaving them as they are. And that's just reminding me that we do actually have some prisoners of House Cave, so let's see if we can ransom some of those and get ourselves a little bit of money, a bit more money to spend to try and get those claims. We're currently trying to claim Rosbear, who did take the King's Landing area. As soon as we take that, I will be changing the name from King's Landing back to Blackwater Rush. But yes, let's unpause and wait for that tourney to kick in so we can get that prestige to try and expand. The Riverlands are currently at war with the Iron Islands, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But at least it means either way the Riverlands are going to be vulnerable, so we can try and take Butterwell and Shoreham if we get a chance to. We just need to get that prestige to 250. Under my guidance, my young ward Karaya is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. Okay, she's of House Cave. Okay, that's good because she's going to be our vassal anyway, isn't she? So that's going to help out massively. Peace with you. I accept your ransom for the safe return of Lady Joanna. Awesome. So, okay, we can't currently ransom any more of the prisoners as he doesn't have enough money. Did we already have them in house arrest? Yes, we did. Are these actually members of House Cave? No, you're just a randomer. You're not that good at anything, and you're not really worth anything, so let's just release you then. Let's have a look at the other prisoner. If any of them are quite decent at anything. Okay, you've got decent intrigue. Stressed, ruthless, craven, selfish, cynical, poor fighter, flamboyant, schemer. Would you be worth recruiting? Offer to release Clayton in return for his service? Yeah, why not? We'll do that. It's free, and he's a pretty decent backup as a spy master. And then lastly, we've actually got a member of House Cave. We'll keep hold of you as a valuable hostage for now until they can afford to pay your ransom. Our money is improving as well, which is nice. We've got that very good income from around Duskendale. I also do have the personalised castle mod on, so as we get money to actually do up Duskendale and the Dunfort, we can actually like add some new cool features that aren't in the base game, secret passages and libraries and all that sort of thing to our castle, which will be pretty cool. It's time for the tournament to begin, and for the next 2 months let's all show their martial brilliance. This is the time, so hopefully we're going to get a good bit of prestige from this. I don't think we're much of a fighter ourselves, are we? But we will take part. The first day's jousting is complete, with many lesser riders having already been eliminated from the competition. Now over the coming days, the remaining men shall compete in the final lists, tilting until only one champion remains. Fine jousters, all of them. Yeah, I'm not going to watch everyone. Who are Rosby at war with now? Attacking Sir Forest of Shore. Oh no, they're trying to take that, what we wanted to take. Right, so we do need to get that prestige quick so we can take Butterwell, because it would be nice to have some land bordering the God's Eye. I know that it makes no difference game-wise, but I really like to do that role-playing lore style to my playthrough and try and make it seem realistic. So I think it would be good to actually have some of the shoreline of the God's Eye, so we've got some control in and around the God's Eye. So, as I said, yeah, it makes no difference game-wise at all, but I just like to try and do that role-playing sort of thing and make it seem more realistic, and it'd be good to have that shoreline. As the feast begins, Lord Foreign Hornburn presented a petition before the court. He says that the crime and banditry in Birch Hall is an increasing threat, and that the local sheriffs cannot contain the problem. He petitions that you send men and coin to eradicate the menace plaguing the area. Fine, I will send Oregon to deal with the problem. 11 gold, yeah, that's fine, and it will hopefully get him on side. Get some prestige, hopefully. Oregon organised a group of men to tackle the bandits and rogues in Birch Hall. He successfully captured or killed many prominent criminals and publicly hanged them as an example to others. The problem has now been stamped out. Lord Foreign is satisfied. Good work, and we gained 25 prestige for that, so we only need 24 more prestige, and hopefully the tourney will give us that so we can go to war. And I am going to definitely go for Butterwell next. So Raymond Seymour and Lord Tyler Darkwing were the next to joust in the list. After many fine tilts and broken lances, Lord Tyler was eventually unhorsed, leaving Sir Raymond to be declared the winner. An errant monk is disturbing the summer fair by preaching about sins in the end of the world. His drivel is frightening some, but most of the crowd around him is mocking and laughing at him. Just another part of the entertainment. We lose some piety, kick him out. He does not belong at the summer fair, but that's going to raise revolt risk. We can afford to lose 5 piety. But yeah, I want to go for Butterwell next, just before somebody else swallows it up, as Cracklaw Point looks like it should be okay as we're bordering it. We can get those afterwards. So yeah, we want to get Butterwell first before it gets swallowed up by Rosby or the Trident or Darien Maidenpool. So that's definitely going to be our first target. Lord Stephen Orion and Sir Lomas Cole were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Sir Lomas was eventually unhorsed, leaving Lord Stephen to be declared the winner. Well done, Lord Stephen Orion. No idea who the winner's going to be, as I don't know our knights well enough yet. A minor noble by the name of Elena Page requests remedy as she recently received land near Duskendale by writ of the Shadow King. But when she came to occupy the land, there were already armed men present who assaulted her, carried off her goods and ousted her from her land. I will send some men to restore peace and order. Wow, we gain 50 prestige for that, which is awesome, and we only lose 10 gold, which we can afford. I can only but grant you refuge for now. We gain nothing. We lose 75 prestige for that one. No, I will send some men to restore order and peace, gaining us at 50 prestige. Perfect. So now let's declare war, force vassalization on Butterwell as quickly as we can before it's too late. We won't call in our Tarth and Massey allies yet, just in case we don't need them. We can actually raise so much manpower from the Dustlands. It's actually awesome how much power we can raise for such a small area. Almost, well, over 7,500 men. So let's get them all to meet up in Brindlewood for now, and then we'll march on to Butterwell. Hopefully, as we're forced in vassalization, others won't get involved. Your Grace, Shadow King Stefan, Bramsfort is under attack from the Rock and is in need of aid. No, I'm not going to get involved against the Rock, I'm afraid. Sorry. If it was someone smaller like Rosby or whatever, I probably would have got involved, but I'm not getting involved against a kingdom like the Rock. Sir Brust, Darkwing, and Sir Ryman Seymour were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Sir Raymond was eventually in horse, leaving Sir Brust to be declared the winner. Well done, a fine joust. So yeah, we'll try and get Butterwell as quickly as we can. They've got 2-2-2-2 men. It's a nice number. Your Grey Shadow King Stefan, Farron Cross is under attack from the Reach. Definitely not getting involved. The tourney being held in Duskendale is bringing many visitors to the area. The surrounding roads, inns and villages are reportedly very busy, and Duskendale itself is full of merchants and small folk selling their wares. This is a welcoming boost. The prosperity of your capital county increases. Good, because we do want to get Duskendale to be the biggest city in Westeros eventually, which we've got a good chance of doing. King's Landing obviously gets that role, so why can't Duskendale? After many tilts over several days, only 2 knights remained undefeated. Lord Stefan Orion and Sir Brus Darkwing faced each other in the final joust. And after many tilts and finally executed jousting, Sir Brus was on horse, leaving Sir Stefan Orion to be declared the winner of the tourney, a worthy champion. Well done, my friend, well done. Right, so now let's get our troops together as quickly as possible. Your Grey Shadow King Stefan, Shoreham is under attack from Rosby and in need of aid. We implore you to join our coalition against our common enemy. Of course we will aid you. Yep, we'll aid you against Rosbet and try and stop that, as it's pretty close to Butterwell anyway. So we'll try and siege Butterwell, and then we'll march on and try and stop Rosby taking that land, so hopefully we can take that land, and then we can make our way down the Blackwater Rush. Don't care about dragons. We can make our way down the Blackwater Rush and try and take Rayonet, Hayford, Stokeworth, etc. and close in Rosbeth. Your Grace, we've received word from the Great Fork. Lord Raymond has led them in a coalition in the defence of Butterwell. Who are you? Great Fork. Okay, so that's pretty close by. Falls will crush them too. We've received word from Atarana. Lord Stanton has... Okay, so that's down here somewhere, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's down here. Oh, no, it's over there. It's over there. Okay, so that's an independent county as well. Okay, so there's a couple of people getting involved. We may need to call up the Tarfs and Masses if any more join then. Okay, so the tournament is over and now it's time to bask in the glory. We gained 6 prestige. Is that it? I was hoping to get a bit more than that from a tournament, to be honest. Okay, and the Rosbys are going to attack the Butterwells for us. Good. Weaken yourselves. Weaken yourselves, that's fine. And we can get our 7,000 men together. Who's this? A message about arranging a marriage from some random guy over the sea. So no, I decline because it's just silly. Right, just got 99 men from Crackcore Baron to arrive. And then we've got our full armour. Perfect. Merge together. Let's have a look at Willis. Surely we've got someone better than Raymond. Yes, we have. We've got Lomas Cole. And let's go for Willis Bastion as well. And then in the middle, should we lead it ourselves or should we send our uncle? Our uncle's more of a fighter than us, so we'll send our uncle to lead the centre. And now let's march on to Butterwell, hopefully smashing the Rosby army in the process. But at least not too many people have got involved in this war against us to aid the Butterwell, so that's good. Okay, we didn't get the Rosbys in time, but the Rosbys have took out the Atlanta army, which is good because they were obviously coming after us. So let's march on to Butterwell quickly. Get it under siege as quickly as possible. Okay, what are the Mutants doing in Butterwell? They're not trying to take Butterwell, are they? Attacking Lord Elmer of Butterwell in the Bay of Claws. Oh, no. So we're going to have to compete with the Butterwells. Can we not... the Mutants. Can we not smash the Mutant army to make them move? We cannot order an assault since we're not the leader of the city. Bastards. What do we do about this now? Let's march on to the Butterwell army instead. Hopefully someone else will smash that Mutant army for us. Or if we can get the war score up quicker than Butterwell. Oh no, the Rosbys have beaten us to it. Not good. It looks like we might miss out on taking Butterwell, which is not good. But we've smashed the Rosby army, which is good. So we'll get some war score in that war in our favour. How can we move this Maidenpool army? We need to get them to move so we can actually take that land. It's a small Rosby army. Let's take that out and march our way back to Butterwell. It's a shame that we can't clear off the Mutant army so we can get the more war score. There's the Butterwell army. We'll keep an eye on where they're going. Maester Donald has shared some of his latest ideas with me. I do not know much of medicine, but perhaps he is onto something. He has asked for some money to develop his theory further and write a book on it. 20 gold. Yeah, okay. Why not? Sure. This is so annoying that we're not going to be able to be the ones to siege Butterwell now. Bastard mutants. Right, well, there's the Butterwell army. Let's try and fight the Butterwell army and see if we can get some war score that way. We are going to catch them in Rayonet, so we can do a bit of damage there, hopefully. Get ourselves some war score. And then we've got to try and siege Butterwell, but we need that army to clear off. Right, so we've managed to beat the Butterwell army there, which has given us a lot of war score. So now we need to march on to Butterwell itself. Where is the Lord of Butterwell? Is he actually in Butterwell? Oh, damn it. Which means they're probably going to get him as prisoner. Do we have a siege leader so we've got a chance of getting him ourselves? No. Bollocks. Not good. Not good, not good. Rosby army's marching back. Your enemy, Lord Elmer of Butterwell, has been captured by King Florian Mutin. Damn it. Okay. Which means we're not going to be able to end that war, which is very, very annoying. Unless we can try it. No. Can only offer white peace. Not good. Your Grace, Shadow King Stefan Mosborough is under attack from the Gold Road. No, we're not going to get involved. We're busy with ourselves at the moment. This is so annoying that the mutants have beaten us to it. We'll have to invade Maidenpool now, which would give us another good city at least on the northern shore. But that's our prestige completely wasted there now, which is such a pain in the arse. What a waste. Right, let's march our army back to Rosby and at least stop the Rosbys from expanding. Maidenpool's quite powerful as well now, which is not good. Wasted all that prestige though, that's the most annoying thing about that. What was our ambition again? Have a daughter, yeah, that was it. My wife does like us, doesn't she? Yeah, she's got a really good opinion of us actually, so that's good. So at least we can improve. At least we've got a good chance of getting a daughter. How goes the war between the Iron Islands and the Trident? 5% in favour of the Horse, and they're also defending against the Rock. Okay. Oh no, they're just helping out Bramsfort. Okay. Right, yeah, let's march on to Rosby and get that under siege. See what we can do. We may have to go for a little bit more of Crackclaw Point then instead, unless we can actually attack the mutants themselves. That'd be a real good land grab if we could take some of that land. We could always go for Shoreham. Oh, they're also defending. Oh no, that's in the Bramsfort War. Okay. Yeah, let's march on to Rosby. See if we can do some damage. And we might be able to catch some valuable prisoners or something. Rosby's pretty poorly defended as well, which is good. So let's get that siege down. News from the Battle of Shoreham. Your Grace, your enemy King Robin Rosby has been slain. He was killed in direct combat by the enemy commander, Halder. Okay, that's good news for us. Very good news for us. Now there's a young Rosby Lord. If we could take him prisoner, that'd be pretty cool. We are sieging Rosby. There's a good chance of it. Our plans have been completely screwed over as well now, which is very annoying. I know that I am great and deserve respect. I've gained the proud trait. Nice. I've been corresponding regularly with my sister Roslyn and always make sure to see her whenever I get a chance. It's a harsh world and family must stick together. Good. Keep that relationship good. Especially considering she's married to Lord Tarth. Castletown been built in the Dunfort. Awesome. I have noticed that my Uncle Durham and my Uncle Ollider are not on the best of terms, a situation I hope to remedy. I've invited them both for some quality family time in the Dunfort family first. Let's hope we can sort that out. My Uncle Ollider refused my suggestion. There will be no reconciliation with Durham Darkling. How foolish. Never mind. Oh, what have we got here? To the most excellent Shadow King, Stefan, peace be with you. We propose that Sir Ronald Durandon and Princess Ariane of the Dusklands get married. Except, I wonder if we could get an alliance with the Stormlands because of that. That would be a very good alliance. No. Never mind. Never mind. So that would have been too good to be true. Come on, can we grind Rosby down? It's not too far off now till we've got it under siege. The Rosbys are getting their arse kicked all over the Crown Lands. Your Grace, I'm pleased to report the successful siege of Rosby. King Janos Rosby could not be found, however. There is no one of value here, but we have won the war for Shoreham. Let's march our men back home and see what we can do then. Disband the armour. Let that recover. We need to get that prestige back up. So annoyed about that. I don't think... No, we can't even declare war on them. Is there anyone we can declare war on? Not at the moment because we've got no prestige. We could go up for Cracklaw, but without the prestige we can't do it. We need 250 prestige or a claim, so there's nothing there we can do. How's the culture first man? Do they not have no Clawman? Well, surely Clawman still counts. No, they've actually converted to Andals, to Faith of the Seven, sorry, and not Old Gods anymore, which is surprising. I weren't sure how long they stayed first man for, but I know it was a lot longer than most. Okay, so who's Rosby fighting now? Well, still the vassalization war, 100%, so that should end any minute. Any minute now. Okay, the Butterwells are already rebelling against House Mutin, so that's interesting. I don't see them doing very well with 92 men, though, so they're going to get absolutely crushed. We could have got involved, maybe, but by the time we assembled our troops, the Mutin army's already going to have crushed them. It would be nice to take this bit of land, actually. There's some cool houses there, Darry and Maiden. Mutin, two really interesting houses that you don't see much of. When's Shoreham actually going to end this war with House Rosby? It's been at 100% now for like a month and a half and they've not done anything. There we go, finally. So could we actually... I don't think we could declare war on these because we're not actually bordering them, are we? No, so we just got to let our prestige grow back up, unfortunately. We did just gain a good chunk of prestige there, though, for helping out in that war, so that's good. We could offer to help Lord Butterwell, just to get the prestige. Rescue captive. Lord Elmer gains 100 prestige from the war. What would we gain? I don't think we'd actually gain much ourselves, so we'll stay out of that for now. We'll let themselves weaken themselves for when we try and expand. But Rosby has got a bit bigger. I'm just worried about all these kings. Okay, the Gold Road, are they independent? Lord Addison, the Evil of the Gold Road, interesting. The Iron Islands still have all their western lands, which are going to be really... And I actually hope they do become quite powerful, just to see how they get on. Okay, they're under siege there. Does that mean they're fighting the north? Yes, they are. Who else are the Ironborn fighting? House Justman, which is level score at the minute, and then they're winning against the north, which is interesting. So we'll keep an eye on that. So yeah, the Mutants are going to easily put down that little Butterwell rebellion. I'm trying to think where we should expand to next once we get chat. I probably will just take these lands up here, and we can create the High Lordship then, can't we? And it'll hopefully give us a lot more manpower. I would have gone for Maidenpool if we actually had a claim on that, but... Oh, okay. My liege, my work in Southhorn seems to have come to fruition. By bribing, cajoling, extorting, threatening, and forging documents, I've managed to fabricate a claim on the Castle of Southhorn, presently held by Sir Jocelyn of Southhorn. I leave it up to you whether to use or not. Yes, of course I'll use it. We lose a lot of prestige by doing that, unfortunately, but at least we get that claim, and we can move you on to fabricate a claim on something else. Let's go for Edgerton. We'll try and take the Rosby lands out and get this Mouth of the Blackwater. Right, so we could actually go to war with the Rosbys now, who are pretty weak. So I don't think we'll actually need to use any prestige or such to do that either, and we will gain 100 from winning, so... And they're very weak from the war that they've just done, so yes, let's declare that war, which will be an easy victory, hopefully. And it will gain us a little bit of land, gain us some prestige. Let's get everyone to meet up in Duskendale. We're not going to call our allies up because the Rosbys have literally no manpower whatsoever. 101 men. Do you know what? Let's just march these 3,000 men straight on to Rosby then. And what have we got here? You two march straight on to Edgerton. You march on to Southhorn. You've got to go that way, really? Maester Donnell has published his work on herbalism and signatures. His idea about how herbs can be used to treat different alignments based on their resemblance to the parts of the body have been received with much acclaim by scholars. I knew this was a good investment. We gain 100 prestige. Awesome. Yes, we gain 100 prestige also from winning this Rosby war. That's going to give us the 250 almost that we need. So at least it didn't take too long to regain that. And then at least we can try and go for Diadem or the Whispers. I think I might go for the Whispers first, just because I really like House Crab. It's another one of those houses I really like for no apparent reason, really. Okay, right, we've got a lot of manpower here. Let's march those into Edgerton, and we'll march you into Edgerton as well. Let's start getting these lands under siege. Right, Southhorn is too well defended, so let's march this army onto Southhorn then, and we'll let the others meet up in Edgerton. Get Rosby under siege, which hopefully shouldn't take too long to fall, because we've not long sieged it. This should be a pretty straightforward and easy victory, really. Hopefully. Right, so we've got 2,500 men here. We'll leave those sieging that. 1600 here. Let's march them onto that small Rosby host just to get rid of it, and then we'll march those up to Southhorn to help get that under siege, and we'll keep our main host in Rosbeth for now as well. Let's forward things along a little bit, get things into motion. There we go, a great victory in the Battle of Rollingfield. Now let's march those up to Southhorn just to bulk up that army, as it's got a hell of a lot of defenders, so we're not going to be able to take that. We won't call our allies in, as I said, because it will just piss them off. And we don't want to piss them off before we actually need them. Say the Riverlands or someone try and invade us, we're going to need all the help we can get from that point. But there we go, 4,000 men sieging that, 2,000 sieging that, perfect. So let's forward things along and grind down these sieges, because not much else is going to happen really of importance. The Rosbys have called up another 60 men, 70 men or so, oh no, 80 men, wow. A whopping 80 men. I don't see the point. I don't even know why they've done that. They may as well have just surrendered. They've got no chance, have they? Your Grace, Shadow King, Langwood Hall is under attack from the Reach. Sorry, I'm not getting involved. You'll have to deal with the Reach yourself, I'm afraid. I'm not going against the power of the Reach. Not yet, anyway. We've got nowhere near enough power to go against the Reach. Or any of the main 7 kingdoms, to be honest. There we go, we've almost sieged down these 2 provinces now, which will hopefully give us a good whack of war score that we need. Your Grace, I'm pleased to report I have captured some high-value prisoners after our successful siege of Rosby. I hereby turn them over to you for your judgment. Clap King Janis in irons and leave the rest. Awesome, we've actually caught the Rosby King, so that's perfect. But we won't be able to actually ransom him, will we? 250 gold. That'd be perfect, but we're going to have to offer peace and enforced demands instead. The Shadow King Stefan's claim on the Southhorn has ended. We have won. We've successfully sieged the castle of Southhorn after defeating King Janis Rosby of Rosbeth. Shall this territory be attached to the personal domains of Duskendale? Shall Sir Josking of Southhorn be confirmed as its rightful lord? Let's have a look at you. Are you decent? Good intrigue. Which I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want a lord with good intrigue, so... Or if we take it for ourselves, that upsets a lot of people. No, so we'll let you keep it, and then obviously you guys can come up with a name for this. So if you didn't get used in the first episode and you think your house would be fitting for this area, please leave that suggestion down below again, and we can hopefully make that land. Right, let's march you back to Duskendale. Gives us 240 prestige as well, so almost enough prestige to go to war again and force some vassalization. We may be able to force the vassalization of Shoreham now, actually, which may be the better option before somebody else swallows that up. Let's have a look. Let's disband our armies and see if we can do that. Yes, we actually can go for the forced vassalization. We just need 8 more prestige, so let's let a bit of time tick along. It should only take a month or so to get that prestige. Hopefully in that time, nobody else tries to conquer them. But at least that gives us a nice stretch of land then from Blackwater Bay all the way to the God's Eye. Splitting the land up, which is good as well. Come on, get that 8 prestige. 5 prestige. Who are the Whispers at war with? Who are the Crabs going to war with? Defending against Lord Master Narbo of Archon. Oh, it's just a slave raid on Sweet Point Sound. Interesting. That's another place that we could go and get. If we had a navy, we could go over and take Sweet Point Sound. Get the sunglasses back in control, as it's an easy sigil to make. Come on, 5 more prestige. 3 more prestige. There we go. There's our 250 prestige that we need to make our move upon Shoreham. So, declare war. Force vassalization of Shoreham. Send. There we go. No, we don't need our allies. Let's call upon our men. I just want to... We will have a bit of a time where we will let our armies and such recover and try and improve the prosperity of our land. But for now, we just need to do this wild land grab and just grab what we can from these easy single lordships. And then once all these are into little petty high lordships is when we'll try and build ourselves up and take them one by one through claims. So yeah, let's get our armies together, ready for the assault on Shoreham, which we'll do in the next episode, guys. So we'll end today's episode here. I really do hope that you've enjoyed. Thank you everyone who has watched. I really hope you've enjoyed, as I said. Thank you for all the suggestions of all those awesome custom houses. Really appreciate it, how many of you did leave suggestions. Don't forget to leave some suggestions for Southhorn as well as Shoreham, as hopefully we'll have that soon as well. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.